documents released this week from a court-ordered Freedom of Information Act lawsuit proves the former Secretary of State and presidential hopeful staff dealt with serious technical problems that forced them to temporarily disable security measures on a private server she kept in her New York home and eventually shut the server down. On July 9, 2011, a State Department IT worker shut down Clinton's private server because he said someone was trying to hack us. In another email, he wrote, "We were attacked again, so I shut it down." This directly conflicts with a statement from her spokesperson, Brian Fallon, who said there was no evidence of any hacking. However, Robert Gates, the defense secretary at the time, said he thought it was likely her private server had been targeted by Russia, China, or Iran.
The Pentagon acknowledges that they get attacked about 100,000 times a day. I think the odds are pretty high.
Yet Clinton maintains that having a private server was allowed and above board.
Everything I did was permitted, and I went above and beyond what anybody could have expected.
But a report released from the State Department's Inspector General condemned Clinton for not seeking counsel on whether to handle work-related emails on her private BlackBerry. He said information officers would have refused the request because of security risks.
And Kimberly is joining us this morning to talk more about this. I was talking before the show that there are some kind of people in place to oversee our officials.
Yeah.
And you're saying that a lack of that position played a role in what's now become a scandal.
Quite possibly, yes. It's mandated by federal law that all departments like the Department of State, DOD, Department of Defense, they all have inspector generals, and they act as the watchdog, and they really represent the people. And during the tenure of Ms. Clinton, it was very unprecedented that she did not have an IG, because if she had an IG, then the chief information officer would have reached out to that IG and said, look, Ms. Clinton is operating a private server, why or why not, is she allowed to get around the rules on this? And it would have come out, because all the emails, in essence, all this has to go through the chief information officer. Mm-hmm. And if that chief information officer doesn't have all the information, then it makes it incredibly hard to protect the country and protect Ms. Clinton from possible attempts for them to hack into her server.
We've been talking about this for forever, or at least it seems that way. When do you see this kind of issue coming to a rest, being put to bed? I mean, because now, as we get closer and closer to the election, it seems like it is becoming a political issue.
Yeah. November. Yeah. Probably the short answer is November, when this will actually be taken care of. It's dogging her. It continues to be front page news. Mm-hmm. It seems every other week there's a new revelation, and we will have to watch the process. And if she becomes president, it may go on after November, or she may have to pardon herself. So we'll all have to watch this, but looking at that November date to see that where this all lands.
And we will, of course, check in with you every Sunday and the latest on that as well.
Great. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And of course,